Hey everybody, Grant with Renew Auto here. We'll do a quick walk around video of the Cayenne Turbo S and just try to point out all the dents, dings, scratches, any imperfections across the whole car. I mean, all of these cars, they get shipped all over the country and I just never want there to be a surprise when the truck shows up. So I like to make a lap, but also if you want pictures of anything in particular, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm happy to try to get any details you can. And just let me know if you want anything I missed, and reach out to me. Starting this front wheel, all the wheels have a little bit of curb rash, and the finish kind of starting to flake on a couple of the spokes. The carbon ceramic brakes are in perfect shape, no warping or anything there when you're coming to a stop. You can see just how clean all the calipers and inside of the wheels and everything are. It does have the colored crest center caps, which was an option. And the tires are in awesome shape as well. You can see all the tread there. Actually, while we're under the car, it looks like I can see oil like seeping on the bottom of the engine, like there's oil residue, but I've never had oil on the ground. So I don't know if there's just a slow leak or a seep. But again, I've had this parked for a week at a time, never had any like oil like on the ground. But I have noticed, I got under there and there's like a little bit on the bottom of the engine. This has been idling for probably 30 minutes while we've been doing photos. No drips, no nothing there, no coolant leaks, anything like that. Moving to the front end, looks like this fender's in really good shape. There's a little scratch there that's been filled with touch-up paint so you don't got water and dirt getting under there. Scratch there on the front bumper. Looks like all the headlights and the fog lights are in great shape. No cracks or anything. We got like a little rock chip. Oh, the emblem's a little peeling on the enamel. That happens on all of these Porsches, I've noticed. But not seeing anything there. The front end's in great shape for the mileage. It's got super, super light peppering if you look up super close. That's what we get out here in the desert, is you're driving through just dust and you end up getting that kind of super light peppering, but it's not significantly chipped like you get in the winter areas where you got the road salt or the gravel that they do in the winters. Hood's in good shape. I've got one chip there. Let me see, a couple really light chips. I'm trying to see if there's any that really stick out. Oh, I've never even seen that before. It's a slight little ding. Must have the sunlight at just the perfect angle. I usually feel like I've got a good idea of all the imperfections on my car, but my OCD has failed me. I found a new one, but overall great shape. I want to just point out every possible thing. I know this front end is the worst of it because we've got scrapes right there, and then this has come up against a parking baller or something and got scraped, and same thing with this. If you want, we've actually got a great paint shop that could respray this, and this would be super easy since it's its own little piece. It was on the to-do list, and then I lived with the car, and it just never bothered me enough to do. But let me know if that's something you want done before it gets shipped out. Happy to work with the auto body specialist to get that taken care of. But I kind of weird to say, but I kind of love that it had a little bit of imperfections, because then I can drive the car and enjoy it, and heaven forbid a rock comes up and hits the paint or something, it doesn't ruin my day because it's already got a little bit of stuff on there. If the car was 100% perfect, I would worry about it, park it in the last spot away from everyone. But having a little bit of imperfections made me just be able to drive and enjoy the car. If you're kind of OCD, you get that, and if you're watching this thinking I'm crazy, that's also probably true. Going to this driver's side front wheel, again, they've all the wheels have got a little bit of chips and stuff on them. The brakes are in great shape. They are the carbon ceramics, which is really a cool looking statement on a Cayenne when you've got the infamous PCCB yellow brakes peeking out from those turbo wheels. Air suspension's all been replaced. It's got the lifetime R0 air springs on there, so that's something that people worry about on these Cayennes. Totally taken care of there. Moving to the windshield, you got your VIN number there. We had a small little rock chip, but got that filled. It's never been an issue since. And no cracks or anything. And you can see just how good all of the windshield cowl. This area gets so much UV that a lot of times that will dry and start to look like a lake bed after a while, but no issues on this one. Roof, sunroof's in great shape. Roof's all in good shape. I'm not seeing any oxidation or anything there. I do have an area of polish that our detail team missed, so that's on me. In fact, let me get that just so you can see. There we go. A little bit of that polished sealant off of there. We did just go through and do a full clay bar, a light polish, and then we put a good paint sealant on there as well. So you've got some really good protection. Rehydrated all the plastic trim and everything. So It's turnkey, ready to go for you. Moving to the side window, or excuse me, side view mirror. It's really, really, really light pitting on some of it, but again, nothing you'd ever see unless you're really, really, really looking for it. Driver's side, I'm sure there was one ding. Where was it? Oh, there we go. Yeah, we got one little door ding right there on the driver's side door. Rear door is in good shape, and I'm not seeing anything on this rear quarter panel for dings. 2 little scratches that were filled already right there on the rear bumper. Everything else is in great, great shape. The side arches, they always get a little bit of pitting from the big wide turbo wheels and tires sending up debris and whatnot. Again, that's something that you don't notice unless you're way up and looking for it, but normal on these cars. Again, if it was something where you wanted to make it perfect, that's a really easy paint to or a piece to respray, because it's just its own individual little piece right there, so you don't have to blend or do anything like that. Looks like we got a little scrape on the, oh, never mind. That was just a little bit of road muck that came up. But you can just see how great a shape that paintwork is in. I just love the silver with the yellow carbon ceramics. It's just such a classy combo. Moving to the rear. Sorry, this video is going long. I'm getting a little OCD about the details, but moving to the rear, tires are in great shape. See, no corrosion, no nothing in the wheel wells. Brakes don't have any lip on them. That's the nice thing about carbon ceramics. They're expensive to buy to begin with, but they just last forever. They don't get the lip and the warpage like you get a lot of times with the steel brakes. But you do have a little curb rash on all the wheels. I've considered having these refinished, but again, kind of like the little imperfection there, it hasn't bothered me enough to get done. But if that's something you want to get done before the vehicle ships off to you, we've got a wheel guy that comes out and can totally respray these. So I'm happy to get a price on that for you as well if you'd like. All the rubber seals are good on this side. I do have, there we go. I've got one of these that's missing from that passenger side, and that does bother me, but I've never been able to find that little piece. If somebody's watching this video and you know where to order those, let me know. I would love to get another one. But moving to the rear, wipers in great shape. That spoiler doesn't have any paint issues there. This camera is sometimes on the fritz. Oh, it looks like I've got some little scrapes right there too. It's working right now. Sometimes it doesn't want to work. Sometimes it does. I'm not sure what rhyme or reason is for that, but again, backup cameras on a car of this age, I usually am just looking out the rear view mirror and behind me just to be sure. Taillights don't have any cracks. I don't know why Porsche has not figured out taillights, but for some reason these always get little stress fractures. But luckily these are still in great shape on the Cayenne. The rear bumper does have this crack here, kind of goes across the rear section. That's, I don't know if it backed into something, but because you got a little scuff there, and then this little rear section's cracked. And it's also just got scuffs from pulling stuff out of the trunk all across here. So that's the other big blemish on the car, is that little area. See, you got a little scratch right there. So again, once you're kind of standing back here, you don't really notice it, but it is there. I wonder, I'll have to do a little bit more research and see if I could source a replacement piece for that, just to make it just a little bit more better. Logo's in great shape. I'm not seeing any dings or anything on that rear trunk lid. And let me check this light for you as well. Oh, perfect, that looks good. I love those kind of bullet twist style exhaust tips that the Turbo S got. Show you the roof from this passenger side. Little bit of, on this little piece right here, this is hard water, but got a little bit of fading on that little piece. Let me see if the other one is. No, that one's in good shape. So it's the only blemish up on top. Oh, with these Cayennes, always check. Make sure there's no corrosion on this area. That's a really common one where you get water that sits there and it starts to rust, and that can be a mess to get fixed, but that's perfect. Actually, while we're in the sunlight, hopefully this shows up on video, but such a pretty metallic. The flake is super, super fine on this silver and just looks really good. The wheel, a little bit of the curb rash. Again, all of them have got it. Let us know if you want me to get a quote to have those totally refinished top to bottom for you. Clean wheel wells. I know this door had, let me see if I can find it. Okay, there we go. There's a paint chip right there. Try to get out of the way here. And right there, they've already been filled, so they've got clear coat over them so you don't see them. Oh, the darn missing little rubber piece. My My little missing rubber piece. Again, let me know if you know where to get those. I'd love to get a new one ordered in. A little scratch right there, and then some chips here on the front passenger side door. Looks like we got some, oh, never mind, a little piece of dirt. But I'm not seeing any dents on the passenger side. Nope, that looks like that's in good shape. And the side view mirror, same thing. You got a really, really small chip there, but otherwise great. Windshield, passenger side's in good shape as well. Moving the engine. Again, we've had it idling this whole time while I've been doing photography. And no leaks, no noises. Idle's just dead smooth, no issues there at all. I love the little carbon fiber trim pieces on the Turbo S motor. This had cracked at some point. It's just a little decorative cover for the battery terminals. Looks like that one's in good shape there. All of your factory markings are still on all the pieces in the engine bay as well. Moving to the interior, I absolutely love the interior of this car. We've got the full top to bottom leather, so everything, center console, door panels, armrest, all of this is all leather. You have the Bose upgraded sound system, and then the carbon fiber trim, and also with the wood inlays on the handle. So all the grab handles are all wood, and then carbon fiber for all the trim on the vehicle. Power windows all function. And let me get that one up too. Oh, it actually, this is a super nerdy thing, but it's got the double glazed glass, which was an option as well. And that just makes the interior a lot quieter while you're driving the vehicle. Again, leather dash, leather panel here. No pulling or peeling on the leather. That's one area to check when you're looking for these older Cayennes. Make sure you don't have any peeling on the leather. That's super, super expensive to repair. And then I just love how it's complemented with this Alcantara all along the headliner. Every surface is that really nice, rich kind of